Hello, my friends, and welcome to one of the largest learning platform, Unacademy Plus. Well, if you are one of those who are aiming for IIMs or any of the B schools, or even thinking of cracking any of the management exam, then trust me, you are at the right place. Now, what is Subscription Plus? Let's see a little bit about it. Now, here at Unacademy Plus, you get an access to unlimited live and recording sessions as well as courses from India's leading and best educators. I am Sumati Sharma, and I have done my post-graduation in art stream. I have done B.Ed and M.Ed, and I also have an experience of working as principal and vice principal in many schools of Rajasthan. I have taught subjects like English, social science from graders 9 to 12. I've also taught aspirants for CAT, MAT, CLAT, BPO, BBA, BCA, etc. I am an enthusiast and a passionate marathoner, a cyclist, a tennis lover, and all adventure sports. I am a self motivator and I love to take challenges in life. Well, so what do you get? What do you achieve here at Unacademy Plus? You definitely get a structured course which is all lined up to help you to prepare to be your best with the daily life classes where you have your educators who are engaged with you in your live discussions and you can solve your doubts, your queries, and be on the answer pole. In fact, even when the session is on, there are live tests and quizzes for you to evaluate your preparation with the regular mock tests and quizzes to analyze your performance. So, when I'm talking about the best educators, so where else can it be but then at Unacademy Plus? You experience this plus subscription for a free and unlimited courses that you opt for, be whatever it is. The Unacademy Advantage brings you a schedule that works for you at the right time, at the right moment. So you also get no problems when it comes to language, as there is no language barrier. Be it English, Hindi, Tamil, and there are about more than 12 languages where the courses and sessions are being taken on by our educators. And of course, if you miss any of your sessions, then you can learn, you can get your sessions offline also, wherever you are, anytime, anywhere. You can also learn your sessions or attend your sessions offline and online on the iTablet, from your mobile, from your PC, your laptop, etc. So, you also have this advantage of getting on to the live polls with having your doubts cleared from your educators and interact your educators in the best possible manner. Well, the quizzes and the regular analysis and the test series help you to track your performance and to get a detailed report of where you stand. You get to know your weaknesses, your strength areas, your weak areas, and it helps you to improve. For the learning material, we have all the sessions recorded And in case you miss any of them, you can download it and get on to those recording sessions at your hand. My friends, so now, how about the CAT subscription? Or if I tell you that you just have to pay that little amount if you are opting for a 12 months course. The course is for 17,500. But if you type my code SUMATI, which you can see here below, you get a 10% discount on a 12 months course, which would just be for 15,750. And if you want to go in for 24 months course, which is for 21,000, but then again, typing my code, using my code SUMATI, you get a 10% discount and you just have to pay 18,900. So friends, remember this code SUMATI. Now, get on to the CAT exam where we mean some business. So here in this session, we are going to see and experience and look at the CAT syllabus, the eligibility criteria, what is the exam pattern for CAT, what are the various different strategies involved, and the success mantra. Now, CAT is just an exam not to get into those 20 IIMs we are aiming for, but it is also about those 150 odd institutes and those big B schools that the world talks about. And some of these best institutes are SPGen in Mumbai, IIT Delhi, IIT Mumbai, FMS Delhi. They accept a scorecard from 95 to 100 percentile as they are the top most institutes in India. The institutes that accept the percentile between 95 to 90 are GIM, the Goa Institute of Management, IMI, Delhi, that is International Management Institute, KG Somaiya, Mumbai, Delhi University, Xavier Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, and Management Development Institute in Gurgaon, but there are many more. The institutes that will accept between 90 to 85 percentile are Institute of Rural Management, Anand at Gujarat, Indian Institute of Forest Management, IIFM Bhopal, the Wellinkar College at Mumbai, Delhi University, International Management Institute at Delhi, and many more. Now let's check out the proposed dates, the tentative dates for CAT 2020. So the registration starts on 4th of August 2020. The last date of registration is 18th September 2020. The admit card gets released somewhere in the last week of October 2020. The CAT entrance exam is somewhere going to be on the last Sunday of November 2020. The result declaration would be in the second week of January 2021. The GDs, PIs, which will be taken on over, will be held somewhere in the third week of February 2021. And the CAT registration fee is for rupees 2,000. But please remember that all these dates are tentative. The eligibility criteria. So as a candidate, you must hold a bachelor's degree in any stream, any discipline, arts, commerce, science, any of the stream. But you should have a minimum of 50% marks or an equivalent CGPA. The candidates belonging to the reserved categories, that is scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and the differently abled, they require minimum 45% marks. The candidates should also have a UGC recognized degree if they have graduated from the old system of 2 years of graduation, and in the final year, graduation students can also apply for CAT 2020. But if you're selected, then you would need to join this program provisionally. And you will have to submit a certificate from the principal or the registrar of that college. It should also state that the candidate has to fulfill all the required details obtained in the bachelor's degree or an equivalent qualification on the date of the issue of certificate. What would be the medium of instruction? Well, of course, my friends, it is English, as one of the major sections in CAT exam is VARC, which is majorly in English language. Yes, I'm talking about verbal ability and reading comprehension. Now the exam pattern of CAT 2020. So the duration of exam would be 180 minutes, 180. The total number of questions there would be 100, with the total marks of 300. The sections are going to be majorly 3, as you all know: verbal ability and reading comprehension, that is VA and RC, data interpretation and logical reasoning, DI and LR, and quantitative aptitude, that is QA. The mode of exam is definitely a computer based, and the marking scheme is you will get +3 marks for the correct answer and -1 for the incorrect answer. The time limit for each section is going to be 60 minutes. Now, how do you allocate time for preparing this very important CAT exam? So do you know that CAT just tests your ability of what you have studied in 8th, 9th, and 10th grade? It tests your aptitude. The more you practice, the more you put your hands onto it, the more better you become day by day. For example, what do you do in a swimming? How do you become the best swimmer or a world renowned or a record holder cyclist and a swimmer? Well, you practice and practice and practice. So just believe in yourself and practice as much as you can. There, you are required to spend at least 400 to 500 minimum hours for this major exam, very important exam. For example, Quant. Now there are about 20 odd chapters or topics, and each topic requires at least 5 to 6 hours per day. That is what I'm talking about. Same applies in the two other sections also, DI and LR, VA and RC. And friends, if you have a year for preparation for this exam, you may space out your time limits, but if you have 6 months or less time for preparation, then minimum time you should spend, you should allocate, you should devote should be 5 to 6 hours per day. Now, do all these 3 sections have equal weightage? You may have this query. No, they're not equal in that sense, But from the percentile wise, if we look at them and we'll just see how they stand out with their weightage, then they are equal. So see, all three sections here are of 100 marks each. Now, verbal ability and reading section, they have 34 questions of 102 marks. Verbal ability carries 10% of weightage, whereas RC, reading comprehension, carries 24%. DI and LR, they have 32 questions of 96 marks. So data interpretation and LR, logical reasoning, carry equal weightage, that is 50%. And quant has 34 questions of 102 marks. Again, 50% weightage is there on quant too. So we see that they're not equal in that sense, but percentile wise, they are equal. Now let's check out what types of questions do we get in verbal ability. So there are questions related to para-jumbles. There are questions related to paragraph summary. Then the questions based on odd sentences that you have to pick up the odd one out from there. You have the vocabulary based questions there. You have grammar involved there. You have questions with fill up the blanks where you have to insert correct word. You have the sentence completion. The critical reasoning questions are given. The questions on facts, inference, and judgment are given. And there are phrasal verbs usage questions also in this particular section. But of late, we have seen that CAT 2019, and before that also included majorly questions on para-jumble, the paragraph summary, and odd sentences. But please don't miss out. That doesn't mean that you miss out on all these. They do have their importance in the questions in para-jumbles, in paragraph summary, as well as in odd sentences too. So you need to be thorough with your grammar. You need to be thorough with vocabulary, with your critical reasoning, facts, inference, judgment-based questions. So please be careful here. Do not miss out on any of this. Now, taking up the reading comprehension, what type of questions are there? So there are 3 long and 2 short reading comprehension passages there. The current affairs include affairs or topics on social life, on international affairs, government policies, schemes. You might be asked about, there might be a passage on the COVID-19 pandemic. There might be a passage on triple talaq, CAA. These are all right now the burning and the hot current affairs that are running. So don't miss out on this also. Read thoroughly, be upgraded, be updated with the latest news. You might also have a passage related to business and economy. For example, global economic changes, impact of demonetization in India, wasteful expenditure by government, etc. You might also get passages and the works from very dedicated and great philosophers, thinkers, authors, the books written by them, the articles written by them, and the passages might also include topics on science and culture, topics related to fiction, some abstract topics, topics on historical events such as French Revolution, social changes in Indian history, and of course, sometimes a topic or two on mythology. And what type of questions do we have in data interpretation? So data tables, questions on data charts, on pie chart, graphs, line XY graphs, bar diagrams, data analysis, charts including simple stacked composite bar charts, data composition amongst others, caselet-based data are the type of questions in DI. Talking about LR, logical reasoning, the types of questions that you get are based on arrangement making, on grouping, assumption, conclusion, premise, linear and matrix arrangement, team formation, series, cubes, critical reasoning, direction sense and decision, logical sequence, input output, questions based on math, calendars, question based on binary logic, clocks, syllogism, and rows. And talking about now our last section, that is quantitative ability. Well, questions that you get is from the LCM, HCF, profit and loss, the number system, about 3 to 4 questions you get from number system. The complex numbers, logarithm, progressions, geometry-based questions, mensuration, about 6 to 8 questions included there, probability functions, set theory, questions on trigonometry, on weighing diagrams, on speed, time, distance, time and work, averages, questions on ratio and proportion, on linear equations, quadratic equations, questions on coordinate geometry, on permutation and combination, the surds and indices, pure math, 1 or 2 questions included from there, about 5 to 7 questions from algebra, simple and compound interest questions, and questions on percentages. Talking about the study material, well, you would be definitely be in a perplexed state of mind when it comes to really getting down with the books and start studying. So what books to buy? What, where, how to get hold of the best books? Well, let me tell you, friends, there are n number of books available in the market, and we can go and buy all of them. But do you really think that they're going to help you out? Won't you feel that you would be lost somewhere if you would have too many stacked books on your table, but then you don't know where to begin from? But still, there are some books, they're prescribed books by some eminent authors and writers. So, book on how to prepare for verbal ability and reading comprehension for CAT, which is written by Arun Sharma and Meenakshi Upadhyay. Then there's High School English Grammar and Composition by Renan Martin. There's Word Power Made Easy, Norman Lewis. There's Logical Reasoning and Data Interpretation for the CAT, this book written by Nishit K. Sinha. A book by Arun Sharma on how to prepare for data interpretation for CAT. Then, of course, the NCERT maths book, which is from class 6 to 10. Be very thorough with it. A book by Abhijit Guha on quantitative aptitude for competitive examinations, and book by Arun Sharma again on how to prepare for quantitative aptitude for the CAT. Well, you can have again n number of books, but one should also take this in mind that after referring to so many books, where would I find myself standing? I would be highly confused. I would highly be feeling like lost and deviated. But at Unacademy Plus, you don't get lost. You get all that you require to prepare yourself for cracking CAT or any other management exam or any other course that you want to opt for. From the best educators, under their mentorship, under their able guidance, you would definitely get the best. And you are in the safest hands. Don't you think so? You will gain confidence and you will definitely have your morale boost up. So friends, CAT, you must have all heard about it, is the mother of all management exams. And this entrance exam to an MBA school is based on pure aptitude. Now, how do I prepare for CAT? There are so many ways. Someone tells me to do this, someone tells me to go in that way, someone tells me to take down the books, make notes, find out key elements, only attend my mock test, etc., etc., etc. Well, to put down in very simple and clear language, time is the most important factor. Time management is what you need to remember and take care of. Then CAT tests ability to select the questions that you are able to do. They're easy for you to do when you look at them at once. And not to spend a lot of time and leave those which require a lot of time. It, or that means CAT, it definitely does not have a defined syllabus. We all know that. So you need to prepare from a wide diameter of topics. It is very important to understand the topics that you are going to sit on, to prepare, and to be thorough with. And then focus on time and focus on the energy because you need to save it for solving your CAT or cracking your CAT exam. Yes, of course, extensive practice, which is very much required, has to be totally understandable by you that you need to give your best practice and in a thorough manner in those areas where you find yourself fixed or piled up or you don't feel comfortable. To spend most of the time not in the CAT exam, but when you're preparing for your CAT exam. Solve questions in a very time-bound manner. Please do not take it very casually. Do not take it at your leisure hour. For example, for 10 questions, take at least 30 to 30 seconds, between 30 seconds to 1 minute for each question. And very important, do not make your marks very casually or very leisurely. Take your marks very, very seriously right from the day one. And just not stop over there. Please analyze your mock test results very properly. I'm repeating, analyze your mock test very, very properly once you have attempted those mock tests. That is where many of us do not take care of. And the last month, when your exams are approaching, when your CAT exam approach, please devote that full 1 month completely for revisions, thorough revisions only. Now you might ask, how many mocks do I need to attempt? The mocks is as many as you can lay your hands upon because they're very important. It is an understanding. Mock is really makes you understand whether the strategy that you have applied is working in the right manner, in the right direction, or it is not. So let's say if you have 3 months for CAT exam, anything between 12 to 15 marks would be more than sufficient. And if you have, say, 6 months, then you can make an attempt to at least 20 or 25 marks in between. So this is now we come after we finish with our CAT exam, the main exam. What comes next is your GD and PI. So get ready. The questions asked would definitely be of 3 types or they are divided in 3 parts at your personal interview. So an interviewer may ask you the personal questions. They may ask you to give your introduction and a little bit about yourself. They would, in the second type of questions, they would ask you about your undergraduation or graduation and your work experience, which really matters a lot. So be prepared with your work experience, make a note of it, and Go through them very, very thoroughly. What and how you need to present if the question comes according to your work experience, or if it is a question is based on your work experience. And then there are questions also asked on PI, on national and international affairs. Now, friends, these are few success mantras from my side. And we all know about them. We've heard about them. We've read about them. But do we really take seriously? So let's see, and it is a CAT exam. Let's see some of the success mantras that I have noted down here for all of you. So know your exam pattern, know your syllabus, know your topics, know your each section. Based on wherever you are strong or whatever your weak areas are, make a plan, make a chart, make a daily timetable and stick it up on the wall. Take help from the online study material and online forums like Unacademy Plus. View as many videos as you can, read as many blogs as you can by the MBA experts related to CAT preparation. Internet is definitely a good source for preparatory material, but you will never get to miss out anything at Unacademy Plus. And don't get disheartened if you don't score well in your mock tests initially, but please practice. Please put as many practice hands on online mock tests as you can. With practice, you will surely improve. And these are three golden rules that I follow and I put forward and I share with you all here also. So write up anywhere, in fact, everywhere in your room, on your study table, these magical words, these words that do wonders. I can do it. Focus on now. Don't think about the past, what you've done, what did you do, where you didn't do well, how could you have made a better improvement, or you could have improved on that. Stop all that. Live in present. Believe on yourself, focus on now, focus on present. And as I said, my last golden rule is believe in yourself. Thank you, my dear friends, for watching my session. And if you liked it, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe. And the code you can see here below. Please subscribe my code SUMATI, Sumati. Thank you and take care. Bye.